Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. It's Jonathan here and we've rescued a point at the bridge. What can you say? Daniel Sturridge. One of those goals that, it's almost a unique experience. I think everyone, every now and again, there's a goal that happens that you like just catches you completely by the hop. Even it was an opportunity that wasn't even an opportunity. He catches the ball at the end of the box, the edge of the box, and you're like, oh, is this going to be a cross? What's he going to do here? And it's almost like, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. And then just absolute pandemonium, like it's just mental. Like I screeched like a teenage girl. I think everyone was completely calling it up. Like, what an absolute rocket of a shot. It's just one of those goals that goes in, catches you by the hop, but most importantly, it's that goal that the opposite, that when an opposition does it to you, you're like, oh God, no, tell me not. It's happened to us over the years so many times. It's almost like it's the kind of evolution without getting too carried away. It's like the evolution of, that's what a big team does. A big team makes a moment of magic towards the end of the game that, rescues a point or gets a win or whatever, just gets a result for their team. And by God, like he'll never hit one as clean in his life. Like the stats are crazy. I think that's his 50th goal in the league. But like 4 minutes on in play, first touch, one shot, one goal, one absolute rocket. Unbelievable. Like I'm trying to do a match reaction, usually we'd speak about go through the game or whatever, but you just, that goal. Wow. Oh my God. It just incredible. And the Chelsea fans' reaction, some of the Chelsea players' reaction, tells you everything that you need to know. A moment of absolute magic. Yeah, and it rescues a point, and it's weird. Like we've all gone crazy. We're all almost celebrating a draw. It's the end of the unbeaten run. Or the 100% victory run in the league so far to date. But it feels good. It feels strange almost in a way, because Liverpool last season didn't get a result there. We lost that game, and there's quite a number of factors really in that. And I think while Sturridge absolutely deserves all the headlines and everything else that goes with that, I don't think you can look past Alisson in goal. His performance probably more than anyone sums up just how this team has evolved and the difference between potentially losing that game last season and holding on and staying in it, and then a moment of magic at the end. But yeah, look, if we're being overcritical, perhaps he could have done a little better with Hazard's goal. It's a quality finish. It's down low. He gets half a hand under, maybe takes a little bobble. It's hard to say, but yeah, one of those. Sometimes you have to stand back as much as it pains you and go, yeah, that's a bloody good goal. But it's the couple of big saves that he made after that. Primarily the one that comes to mind is the one where Hazard is through in goal, and so many of our keepers in the past would have just panicked. But no, he's out. He stays big. He reads his mind. He plays that game, a big game of chicken really with Hazard, and is able to defend it and is able to save it. There was another big save in the first half. There was even a couple of moments where there was kind of shaky back passes. I think the Genie one comes to mind. In the second half there, where we'd gone a little bit wobbly that middle of that second half. But he's an absolute quality keeper, and he showed that, and it showed the importance of having a bloody good keeper in it as well. And he kept us in the game, and then we were able to get that piece of magic in the end. If you look back at it in the cold light of day, and I'll look back and try and rewatch the game, I don't think we should have been in a position where we needed a moment of magic at the end. But sometimes you have to hold your hands up. We're playing against the Arab quality team. Sarri's doing a pretty good job in them. Look, they won the title 2 years ago or whatever it is, as well as that. So that squad is a serial winner squad. They had it off the cliff towards the end with Conte, etc. But Sarri's gone in. He's put a bit of shape on them. And they're a top team, and teams will struggle going to the bridge there. And yeah, we very much grab that point and run on. The team, the performance, it's hard to describe. We did quite well, but we got caught in the sucker. If you want to go a bit too deep into it, how does one ball catch us through the middle of the park? Where's our six? Where's our shape? How is it able to one ball go straight through? We'd pushed up our, Trent was pushed forward. He got in that little gap behind. Gomez, should he do a little better? Do you think he's done his job? He's held him up. He hits it across the keeper. Alisson, as I said, maybe not, but sometimes you just got to hold your hand up. We did quite well, I thought, for the rest of the half. We pressed quite high, quite aggressively as well, and our front three really pushed up high, and it was I would imagine as a neutral, it was quite an entertaining watch because two teams were really going for it. We had a number of chances really in the first half, and Salah at the moment is not struggling. It's probably too strong a word, but the things aren't fully falling in place for him, and he looks like he could do with a rest, actually, strangely, which probably isn't a surprise when you think about the events of the summer, going into it in the World Cup, and then there's all the off pitch drama, etc. But the one in the first half where he cuts in, takes a lovely touch, cuts in, and then shanks it high up, that's not Salah. And there's a couple of other opportunities. The one where he goes around the keeper, it's a decent block. He would have scored it last season, most likely. There's a couple of other chances where he catches the ball. He's not quite strong enough. His touch just isn't there. Defenders are able to get a nicks in, where last season he would have bombed away. And interestingly, Klopp showed that he was able to take him off. He took him off. It's not like we would held on and waited. And one of the big things to come out of this game, really, when you look back at the changing points, is the strength of our squad and the strength of our substitutions. Like Shaqiri, I know he missed a sitter, but he did quite well when he came on. He added something different to us. Keita, really right before the goal, there's that drive and run. The game was crying out for him, and if there's one criticism of the performance, it's the lack of energy in midfield. And yes, I know you can put that down to a little to our front three wasn't really clicking in play, and didn't really let us to push up. But I thought we were missing energy, and if we want to go we'll look at the game a little deeper throughout the week. But if you want to look at it a little deeper, perhaps Gini's our number six at the moment. I thought Henderson was a bit slow and laboured at times. Like, he wasn't as if he was, absolutely out of this game or whatever. But there's times where we needed to pick up the pace a little, and I think Gini at the moment is a better option for us in the six. But there was a lack of energy throughout the team. There was a lack of energy throughout that midfield, and I think we really missed Keita, and that game would have been perfect for him. He did quite well when he came on. Drive and runs forward. Everything that you come to really to expect with Naby, and I hope that he starts against Napoli now. I think we really have to look at getting him back into the team. Yes, there's going to be a development period, but he needs to get back on that team. We need more energy in midfield. The two centre-halves did quite well. Little couple of wobbly moments here and there, but by and large, very dominant. And even, we were fretting over Van Dijk's fitness coming into this game. I thought he was quite immense, really, and even a couple of times where we did get kind of run over on the counter, he's strolling back. He's getting nicks in, he's getting tackles in, he's aggressive on the ball, he's commanding. I thought that, and himself and Gomez, that is the number one partnership at the moment, and it will take quite a lot to change that. Fullbacks, they did quite well, got caught. Chelsea definitely targeted going behind us as part of the downfalls, really, of the system, if you want to go that way, particularly when we didn't have the legs in midfield. You can't really fault them anyway, but the front three is not there at the moment. It's waiting to click in. Some team is going to get an absolute stonking someday. Let's hope that happens soon. But we're showing flashes of excellence without really continued. How do I describe it? Continued collective performance, really, where everyone is in the same wavelength, where everyone pushes together, where everyone is reading each other's passes. It'll probably take a little longer for everything to click. Let's hope it clicks soon. But massive a draw. It's only a draw. It probably feels like a victory in the euphoria of a last minute equaliser, particularly like an equaliser of that caliber. It's just one of the, I repeat myself, but one of those goals that just takes your breath away almost, that just goes wow. And the summary of the game, really, in my mind, really is it's Allen's performance keeping us in the game, but it's Sturridge's moment of magic. But that's reflected really by that we're able to bring on people on the bench to make a difference. And no disrespect, but last season we're looking at probably Lallana, who was out of form. We're looking at Ings. We're looking like Solanke. They're the type of substitutions that we needed to, or we had only had available to us. Now we're bringing on players like the three subs that came on: Keita, Shaqiri, and Sturridge. That's a hell of a lot of a difference, really, isn't it? But look, on we march. big Champions League night, but well, let's reflect over. I won't say the result, but we'll reflect over that moment of absolute beauty from Daniel Sturridge. 50 goals not out, and let's hope there's a lot more to come. I think he's already equalled his number of goals from last season, which is incredible, really, when you think about it, and how useful of an option off the bench is he going to be over the course of the season. Okay, that's been my match reaction even. Finished 1-1 at the bridge, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the Redmen TV, and we will talk to you all very soon. Up the Reds!